Hey guys, how you doing? Robbie White here again from Flex Fitness. On week eight of a lockdown. For our weekly breakthrough program videos on various topics, nutrition, motivation, all things fitness related. This week we're going to do a bit on the importance of drinking water and staying hydrated. Throughout the weeks we've went over different stuff, trying to keep you motivated, talking about discussing 5Ks, discussing a bit of nutrition, discussing different topics, flexibility, mobility. So today I thought we'd just go for something different, but again, all comes under the fitness, nutrition topic. And I've got six good main points that again you could go into a lot more, but I think I'll keep it simple. We'll keep it easy to understand. And go through our 6 tips, six reasons to stay hydrated, to drink water, all that sort of thing. So we'll get going here. So again, sorry, six things. We'll run through them one by one, and also then I'll try and keep it as short as possible. Okay. So first one will be help maximize physical performance. Okay, so if you're dehydrated, you fatigue quicker, so your fatigue increases. You reduce the motivation levels, can be reduced, and for anybody really, up to elite athletes can lose like 5% of their water from their body due to sweat. Okay, so obviously depending on intensity levels, depending on what weight you are, depending on how warm you are. A good thing of looking at this is when fighters are weighing in for fights, and they need a couple of kilos maybe, and they've got like 12 hours, whatever, 6 hours, sometimes crazy numbers, and they're able to drop those kilos. Now those kilos, people, whenever you see ones going, yeah, I'll get into the sauna with a sweatsuit on, and you're not a fighter, or you don't have to weigh in for a bodybuilding show, or you don't have to weigh in for anything, you don't have to weigh in for. The only thing you're losing there is water. So once you go down and have a drink of water, you're just putting that weight back on. It's not healthy weight loss. It's not you're losing any fat. It's nothing like that. It's just water. It's just sweat. Okay, so it's not healthy to do that. Anybody who is a fighter, anybody who does cut weight for a certain thing, should be the first to tell you that it's not a healthy way of doing things. It's just that they have to be a certain weight for weigh-in. Like after those guys are weighed in for their fights, like some of them can put on nearly a stone back on in 24 hours before the fight. So the actual when it comes to the fight, they are not the weight that they were when they weighed in. They just have to make that weight before it. So it can be very dangerous. And then also rehydration, and getting your calories back in and all can be very dangerous if not done properly. As far as physical performance, reduce motivation, increases fatigue, and then you can lose a lot of water from your body from sweat. Okay, so just be things to think about. Number 2, hydration can affect your energy levels and your brain function. Okay, so there's been various studies done to show that dehydration reduces your brain function. It can also have an effect on your mood and your concentration. So any young guys out there have tests or have to get work done at home, and have it in the school and stuff, things like just being hydrated can have an effect on you basically paying attention to the work, even what you're doing. If something's going on elsewhere, you're just away seeing what's happening there, not really concentrate on what's happening. You might find, obviously as well, I think a lot of us, our mood can be tested a bit when we're under lockdown, whether it's we're with our other halves constantly, we're with our kids constantly, we're stuck in a home or 6 other people, whatever it may be. It's very easy to get angry like over wee silly things and have wee silly fights and arguments and stuff, and I'm not saying drinking water is going to solve that or anything, but it is proven that it being dehydrated affects your mood. We see a bit cranky. They also, like if you're on one of these crazy diets and you're not eating carbs, which is not the way to go, that can affect your mood. Your carbs is your main energy source, your main getting the glucose and sugar to the brain, and helping you function properly and helping you to stay your brain have a lot of energy and concentration. And if you don't have this, then these bad things kick in. anxiety can kick in, all things like that. Just again, not simply just from dehydration, but it is a factor, and it's proven to be a factor. That like scientists have done all these results to see that these do affect and these do play a part. Okay, so again, something that maybe to think about, and it maybe this brings on as well. So number 3 is prevent and treat headaches. Okay, so dehydration is a trigger, if you like. So if you get migraines a lot or headaches a lot, again, I'm not a doctor and I'm not telling you it's because you're dehydrated. It just says that these can be triggers to bring them on. Okay, so it's when you're drinking water, if you're hydrated, if you're taking on board more fluid than you are, even if the headache comes on, it's proven to make the headache less severe, and let the longevity of it reduced. Okay, so if you have it for hours throughout the day, it may take an hour or two off it. I know that's not amazing or anything and all, but if you're getting a bad migraine, then you can take it down by an hour, take it down by half an hour, just by drinking on loads of fluid. Sure, you would surely do it, wouldn't you? And how sore, how sharp the pain can be in behind your eyes and things like that. Just right in here. If drinking extra water can make it easier, can make it less severe, then sure, what is there to lose? You might as well give it a crack. This is one that everybody always gets a wee giggle about when we talk about, but we're all human and this is what we do. And it's number 4 is relieve constipation. Now, I'm regular as clockwork, okay, so this is not being dirty, it's not talking about poos and whatever else, right? I'm just regular with going to the toilet. I've never had a major issue with going to the toilet and find other people I know in my family or friends or whatever, and they say that they have trouble going to the toilet and all. To me, it's alien because, as I say, I don't struggle with it. But for people who do take on more fluids, okay, so a lot of people, so constipation or infrequent bowel movements, going to the toilet, going to number 2s maybe once a day, once every other day. I know people who go like once a week, which is absolutely crazy. Thank God, touch wood, that I personally don't struggle with that, but a lot of people do. This is the real world, this is the world we live in. We can't not discuss things like this, that it may help. Like somebody may watch this video and struggle with that, and all of a sudden they might go and take on a lot more fluid into their body and stay hydrated, and their bowel movement might be better. And it's just a simple tips that might help that. Again, I'm going to say this over and over. This, like if you're constipated and you go and drink water, it does not mean that that's the be all and end all. My God, or drink water and I can go to the toilet, but it might help. So if anything, if it's going to help just to take on a bit of water, there's other benefits that you're going to get from drinking the water. So you may as well just drink it. Drinking things like full fat sugary drinks and all, it's maybe not the way to go. I know some people would drink maybe like a fresh orange or pineapple juice or cranberry juice or all different stuff, even a wee shot of coffee, makes bowel movements, going, things like that there, but it is fluid, so it's probably more so the taking on of fluids, probably lubricating like sort of inside your intestines, inside your tract, all that sort of stuff, and making it easier for your food and your waste to move through your body and obviously out in the toilet, which is great. If somebody is struggling with that and you do have some bowel movement, you go to the toilet, I'm sure it's a great relief. I'm sure you're like, gee whiz, or feeling, if people are going to the toilet once a week or twice a week, that's crazy. And could you imagine how bloated you would feel and how heavy you would feel, and if you're wearing a t-shirt, you feel like your stomach's pushing that t-shirt out, and it's not even to do with like you've put on a few pounds on, you're just literally bloated because your body can't get rid of the waste. It's crazy. This is a good one. I'm sure everybody will enjoy hearing. So if you're hydrated, if you're drinking loads of fluids, you're going to help prevent and possibly cure your hangovers. Okay, so drinking alcohol is like a natural diuretic. Okay, so it'll make you lose a lot of water from your body. People before doing like say photo shoots or bodybuilding shows or whatever, and they'll just want to get a bit of excess water just to show a wee bit more muscle. They'll take like half a glass of red wine or some spirits or something like that. That is obviously not too high in calories, but really good at getting rid of some water out of your body. Again, I'm not saying go and drink water or go and drink some alcohol and it'll get rid of a thing and all, but it's just to show that it can severely dehydrate you. So if you're drinking alcohol constantly throughout the night, obviously at the time when you're drinking alcohol, you know, you go to the toilet more frequently, as if you pee. Like, you know, once you say that people once you break the bag and you go to pee once, that's it. You keep on going, try and hold off as long as you can, things like that. It's something I've heard growing up, and it is actually pretty true. So once if you are out for having a drink and you do go to the toilet, it feels like then from then on out the rest of the night you're going to go frequently to the toilet. So if you're imagining like you're even the fluid that you're taking on, you're probably peeing out more than you're even taking in and stuff. So the next morning then when you wake up, your body is completely dehydrated. So you have, they say, you have a dry mouth, you have a banging headache, you're like fatigued, you don't want to get up out of bed. These are like telltale signs of you being dehydrated. So something that I always do, and yeah, you can try it if you want, that's totally up to yourself, is when I come in off a night out, and obviously everybody say rains a cupboard or goes and gets something to eat or whatever it is, but before I go to bed I will try and drink a couple of pints of water just to get them in, because I can't, when I've like started doing that, the next day when I wake up, any say hangover that I've ever had has been reduced massively from getting the water into you before you fall asleep. So when you wake up, you're going to be less dehydrated. Also, obviously, bring water up with you. If you need to drink in the middle of the night, you're really struggling with a dry mouth. And then obviously when you wake up, everybody wakes up the next day and having a hangover and is absolutely down for a drink. So just keep it about you. Try and get as much as you can in before you fall asleep. Bring one up with you in case you need to wake up, and then obviously have one or that same glass or the rest of it, or for whenever you wake up or fly downstairs and get a big drink of water. So there you go for all you guys out there who struggle with hangovers. The last one, which is a really good one, and a really one that people obviously are going to be interested in, is staying hydrated. Drink loads of water aids weight loss, right? So it can increase your metabolic rate. So if you get up in the morning, get a drink of water, indeed, get a glass of water, get a good size glass of water into you, and it gets you going, kickstarts the metabolism. Half a litre can increase your metabolic rate by 30% over 1 to 2 hours. Okay, so that's great. You know, it's you're not moving mountains by no stretch of the imagination. It doesn't mean, oh my god, I have to choose drink water, I'm going to have a six pack, all I need to do is drink water in this. No, these are all wee things that go alongside good nutrition, staying fit, healthy, getting out, getting your exercise done, getting some resistance training done, your press ups, your sit ups, your pull ups, your whatever it is. Obviously, if we can't get the gym at the minute, it is good to obviously stimulate the muscle, get your cardio done, get good sleep, and doing all this to help increase your metabolic rate. If you're just sort of sitting about all day, not doing much, not taking on much fluid, but your metabolic rate will slow down, and which means then the rate that you're burning off energy is a lot slower. So if you do have meals throughout the day, it's taking your body a lot longer to utilise those calories in and maybe storing excess or whatever for fat stores and things like that. And if your metabolism isn't fast enough to get rid of or break down one meal as it's coming in, and you're firing in another one, it's going to add up. Okay, so obviously yes, everybody has a daily calorie intake. If you go over that, you're going to increase your weight. If you go under it daily, you're going to decrease your weight. But if you aren't, you're going to have them stomach problems then if you're not getting rid of or not burning up the meal that you've had previous, and it's sort of still sitting in there because your metabolism's really slow, and then you're throwing another meal in and another meal in. You're going to have the toilet problems, the constipation problems that we're talking about. Simple wee tips, like if you drink say half a pint of water about half an hour 15 minutes, there's no time frame on it, it is what it is, and you chug down a good bit of water. So see, whenever you're eating your food then, your stomach is going to be essentially filled a little bit, so you won't be able to take on like excess calories, as in you could get your dinner in, but then people, when they go to a cupboard for biscuits or a pack of crisps or whatever after the dinner, like it seems that everybody does, you probably won't do that. So once you eat your dinner, you're like, I'm full up, or you won't even get all your dinner into you because you've had a good old chug of water, and you basically feel stuffed, which is great. It doesn't mean you're putting on fat, doesn't mean you anything. It just means you may be feeling a bit bloated or whatever, just because your belly's full. And if your belly's half filled with water and half filled with food instead of all the way filled with food, then it's less calories you're taking on board, which then you have more chance of staying to your daily calorie intake, which then in turn is going to make it lose more weight at the end of the week or whatever it is. And this is a good one. I actually didn't know this till I was doing a bit of research on it there. Drinking cold water seems to be best because your body's temperature, so everybody your core body temperature, your body works and burns calories to reduce the coldness of that water to bring it down to your body temperature, which is amazing. Like, I didn't know that myself. Again, you'd be just drinking ice cold water and going, well, this is the secret, this is how you do it. It's not. It's again, it's just a wee thing that you're probably burning like point whatever calories, really really low amounts, but it's extra calories, it is extra burnage, it is extra things of your body working. It's like people saying that it is better to eat your calories than drink them, and that is 100%, because yeah, you're probably still getting the same calorie intake whatever, or you still staying on track and things like that, but your body then is going to be working. Whenever you eat, your body's going to be working to break that all down, and that's going to burn calories. If you're drinking fluid, it's just going to basically go down. There's not much breaking up to do. It goes down, it goes through, it goes out. Okay, so obviously people taking protein shakes and all, that's fine, but you should only be taking protein shakes to hit your protein needs. So if you need, say for example, talk's sake, you needed 120 grams of protein per day, but you're only able to get in say 90 with your meals that you're having. If you're having 3 meals and you're roughly 30 grams, that's 90 calories, or 90 grams sorry, of protein, and you need another 30 grams of protein, and you couldn't eat, you feel like you couldn't eat another meal, or you couldn't eat another load of eggs, or you couldn't eat another chicken breast, or you couldn't eat whatever it may be, then you have a protein shake just to hit those daily goals, and it helps. It is good. Obviously it's a great way of doing it without feeling like you've had another big meal and things like that. But I know in the past, like friends and trying it myself and reading these mad magazines and stuff, and if you were growing up and you thought this was the way to go, you would like have 3-4 protein shakes a day, or sometimes double them up and all, and that's just wrecking your stomach, absolute wrecking your stomach. You feel like you're basically, it's going to lead to diarrhea and stuff, because it's just running straight through you and out the other end. Your body's not breaking anything down inside, it's not working. If you were doing that over a long period of time and then it came and you were having like a couple of big meals, you are really going to struggle. Your insides are going to be cramping so bad, because they're having to work hard because they haven't did it regularly over a space of time. So it is better always, don't care what anybody says, it's always better to eat your calories, always better to eat your calories than to drink your calories. You're going to get more amounts of food in. Okay, if you're drinking calories or you're drinking sugary drinks, you're getting calories in and stuff that way. Okay, dead on, no problem. But there's nothing better than eating your calories and taking the nutrients out of the food and eating them that way first. It's always better. So that's it. Let me see. I think that's the shortest video I've ever done. I can't believe it, but it's still way over 10 minutes. So week 8 of these breakthrough vlogs, and water and hydration and the benefits of it. So I hope that the information that I'm giving you week to week is helping. First and foremost, this is why we're doing it for. I want to help and reach out to as many people as possible. So I hope maybe that I think a lot of people are more into their fitness at the minute, because the whole country, the whole United Kingdom and Ireland are all giving it a crack, because well, basically at times there's nothing else to do. So you know what I mean, hopefully this is a starting point, and anybody who watches these wee videos and stuff are picking up decent wee tips and things that they never knew, and this is what it's all about. We're trying to help out the young guys, people who potentially go into the gym, and people who are just starting up fitness and stuff for the first time. Maybe there's a lot of people who saying that are mailing me saying, I've never done any fitness before. Say for example, I've been putting up a daily workout and they're asking me saying, what's this exercise and stuff, and then I'm explaining what the exercise is, or I'm sending them a wee video of what the exercise is, and it's great. And there's no embarrassment in that. There's no worries that people don't know their exercise, that they're training for the first time. That is the most important thing, that is the most amazing thing. So hopefully if these are helping, I'm absolutely delighted about it. Week 8, every single week I'm going, can't believe it's this week, can't believe it's that week. Well, it's week 8, but things don't change. I just finished, today was the day that I finished my 5k a day for 30 days. It's 150 kilometers. I think that's nearly get me to Dublin. I did it. I always do 5k, so I would do 5k maybe once a week, or getting closer to the summer and I'm wanting to increase a bit of cardio, getting more of a thing out. I enjoy like people walking all, but I enjoy jogging, playing football back in the day and stuff. It's just something I've obviously always did, and I sort of feel like if I go back into 5Ks and I'm struggling a bit, it doesn't take me too long to get going again and get down to a decent wee time. And also 30 days are, I'd encourage anybody to try it. It's not just about 5K. If you want to do 2K, if you want to do whatever, it's more of a mental challenge. I was thinking 5K a day, I'm going to be struggling. First week, to be honest, after I did a couple, I started getting a bit tight and I was going, Jesus, I don't know. And then you wake up in the morning, you feel all tight and you go, Jesus, don't know if I can be another day. But every single day I went and did it. Part of the Struggle with Drive campaign, we threw in a wee 10K there. A couple of times we went over 5K just because we didn't realise that we were going over it, and we'd look at their watch or look at their phone and go, see, we're done. So myself and Liam Cord on that from Star Boxing Club. So it was a great wee challenge, we completed it. So anybody wants to try it, anybody wants to give me a shout for a bit of advice on it, no problem. And that's us. So thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you next week if it's still happening. Or hopefully we can get back to normal as soon as possible, but stick with it and stay positive. Okay, bye bye.